Guys, I am finally enjoying watching NBA basketball this season. The reason? They are finally playing defense. It's the playoffs, and these players actually care. They're actually playing defense. Throughout the regular season, it's rare for me to watch a full NBA game. Why? It's become unbearable watching street pickup basketball, wherein they just shoot threes and play lazy defense. That is so boring. NBA basketball is not supposed to be a 250-point affair. Okay? That means they're not playing defense. The All-Star game was awful this year. It's time to make a statement. Get yourself a defense is half of basketball t-shirt. Rest in peace to the great Bill Walton, who passed the other day. Great center for the Portland Trail Blazers and then later on the Boston Celtics, with whom he was part of the great 1986 team, regarded as one of the best ever. Bill Walton was a tremendous player, a little bit before my time, and I'm sure before the times of just about everyone that will listen to this video. But I have, in my exploration of NBA history, I've come to regard Bill Walton in tremendous regard. I don't know if I said that correctly, but I've come to hold Bill Walton in tremendous regard. And the thing is, you know, there's sort of an understanding in professional sports, sort of what we call sort of a Gale Sayers exception, wherein if you dominate for a short period of time, you get to be in the Hall of Fame. And Bill Walton's prime ranks with the very greatest players in NBA history, not necessarily statistically, but in terms of impact. And I wanted to do this quick video to sort of illustrate what he did with the Trailblazers in his injury short career, and focus on the 1977 championship team. That Portland Trailblazers team, featuring of course Walton and Maurice Lucas, was actually the youngest championship team in NBA history. And as you'll see in the graphic there, this is a list of championship teams by players over 30 in ascending order. So the teams with the fewest 30 and over players are listed there. And Bill Walton himself was only 24 when he led the team to the championship that year. Not to give you the impression that that team was bereft of talent. Maurice Lucas was a hell of a player, an all-NBA caliber player, quite frankly. But he did not make the Hall of Fame. Okay, and so that 1977 team is also distinguished by the fact that Bill Walton was the only Hall of Famer on that team. Okay, and so here is a list of teams that won the NBA championship with only one Hall of Famer. or with the fewest Hall of Famers, if you will. Okay? This is really the essence of putting a team on your back. And this is significant because, as I've pointed out, when you bring a veteran Hall of Famer off the bench, that guy's going to be great for, short periods of time. Chances are he's just not able to do it, like he did in his prime, for 35, 40 minutes. But, on a per 36 basis, that guy's usually pretty good. So I selected Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the best player in the league in 1977, and that was the correct selection, but it very well could have been Bill Walton. And if you look at his stats there, 18 points a game, but his numbers compare favorably to Kareem's, other than scoring. And so, you really have to look at, the overall impact, and a very strong case could have been made that Bill Walton was in fact the best player in the league that year, especially considering Kareem was barely making the playoffs that season. But Bill Walton was a tremendous player, tremendous broadcaster. As we all know, raised a very successful son, had an NBA career, he'll be truly missed. And I remember there was a game where he was actually he actually called a game, a Laker game, wherein Luke, his son Luke, was on the floor with Kobe, and he made a joke. He said, Walton's got to get the ball to Kobe. Walton's got to, he's got to. And his co-announcer was like, hey, give him a break there. Give him a break. So, I don't know if I pulled that joke off right, but, hell of a man, Bill Walton, and he'll be truly missed, and deserving of his status as one of the top 75 players in NBA history. If you make a tremendous splash in a short period of time, that counts, So, of course, sixth man of the year on the 1986 Celtics. Rest in peace to the great Bill Walton, and certainly, embodies what I like to talk about on this channel. A tremendous component to a championship team, able to put his team on his back, win with very little around him, and that to me is much more important than other factors, if you will, in the GOAT debate. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.